Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the United Starship Trident, its continuing mission to explore and heal the multiverse. The USS Trident is on a universal healing operation. For this mission to succeed, we have to coordinate with future timelines that want to heal and forgive the universe. Our ultimate mission is to save as many life forms as possible. For our true purpose is to understand and solve the problem and not be trapped in a never-ending cycle of violence. Our purpose is to change the course of history for a better and sound future. Our primary mission is to heal the womb of creation. Our transdimensional ship has the ability to phase in and out of different frequency-based planes and can travel in time and into other parallel universes. Because we can phase out of any reality, we are virtually indestructible to most weapons in most timelines, and our slipstream engines allow us to travel the universe at transwarp velocities. Hello people, welcome to the bridge of the USS Trident. This time I would like to make a video about the subject of climate change or climate facts. We're going to ask a computer about a couple of facts on our so-called climate on Earth. Computer, could you start the lecture on climate facts, please?
Constitution of the air. In the early 21st century of the Earth, every scientific book or school book shows the components of the air. Humans learn in school and at the university that the air we breathe has the following components. The air consists of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 1% argon and 0.04% carbon dioxide. Of this 0.04% CO2, 0.001% is man-made. Carbon dioxide is very important for photosynthesis, and the higher the CO2 content in the air, the greener an M-class planet can be. The reaction of photosynthesis in plants combines 6 components carbon dioxide with 6 components of water under the effect of sunlight into 1 component of glucose with 6 components of oxygen. With the help of the sun, plants and algae convert carbon dioxide into biological molecules. This means that if there is more carbon dioxide in the air, the more photosynthesis can take place, therefore more plants and algae can grow and flourish. The more plants and algae, the greener a planet. The bottom line is that CO2 is a very important component of air for photosynthesis. From Metopia.com. The 15 largest ocean ships emit more sulfuric oxides than all cars worldwide combined. Just in time for Hamburg's Harbor birthday, the NABU Federal Association has launched its campaign They Stink. Clean Up Cruise Liners campaign. It's hard to believe, but true, the 15 largest ocean-going ships in the world emit more harmful sulfuric oxides every year than all 760 million cars worldwide. And not a single one of the luxury cruise liners that are now arriving in Hamburg with great fanfare would meet the emission standards that have long applied to cars or trucks, said Alexander Porsch, state chairman of NABU Hamburg, at the press conference to mark the launch. Especially on the coasts and in the harbors, the residents are suffering from the toxic cloud of exhaust fumes and are literally fed up with it, emphasized Porsch. In the North Sea, up to 90% of ship exhaust gases are blown into the air within 90 kilometers of the coast. Hamburg is adorning itself with the title of European Green Capital. Then the Senate must also ensure better maritime shipping and finally realize the long-promised shore power connections and an environmentally oriented charging system, demanded Porsch. Components of the atmosphere of Mars compared to the atmosphere of Earth. We will now compare the components of the atmosphere of Mars with those of Earth. And you will see that although the carbon dioxide content of Mars is 96%, the average temperature of Mars is minus 55 degrees Celsius. Whereas the atmosphere of Earth, the carbon dioxide content is 0.04% and the average temperature is 15 degrees Celsius.
Dies ist die Atmosphäre der Erde. Sie besteht zu 78% aus Stickstoff und zu 21% aus Sauerstoff. Sauerstoff und Stickstoff sind bereits 99% der Atmosphäre. Argon, Dämpfe und Spurengase machen 0,93% aus. Nur 4000 von 10 Millionen Molekülen sind CO2 in der Atmosphäre. Nur 120 dieser CO2-Moleküle sind menschengemacht Und von diesen 120 CO2-Molekülen stammen 3 aus Deutschland. 3 Gasmoleküle von 10 Millionen Gasmolekülen sind CO2 aus Deutschland. 3 Gasmoleküle von 10 Millionen Gasmolekülen sind CO2 aus Deutschland. Die erste gute Nachricht daran ist, dass CO2 nur wenig zum Erdklima beiträgt, was uns die CO2-Aufzeichnungen der Geologen über hunderttausende Jahre auch bestätigen. Die zweite gute Nachricht ist, Deutschland kann sich in Sachen CO2 völlig aus dem Spiel nehmen und zurücklehnen. Weder im Guten noch im Schlechten können wir das CO2 in der Atmosphäre beeinflussen. Wenn die Atmosphäre so hoch wie der Eiffelturm wäre, also 324 Meter, dann wäre Stickstoff ca. 253 Meter hoch, in etwa so hoch wie der Messeturm in Frankfurt. Sauerstoff wäre dann 68 Meter hoch, vergleichbar mit der Spitze der Thomaskirche in Leipzig. Argon und der Rest wären 3 Meter hoch, in etwa so hoch wie das Goethe-Schiller-Denkmal in Weimar. CO2 wäre so hoch wie eine Kaffeetasse, ca. 13 cm. Und der deutsche CO2-Anteil wäre so hoch wie ein Blatt Papier. Nein, nicht in der Länge, nicht in der Breite, die Dicke des Papiers ist gemeint, 0,1 mm. Der deutsche CO2-Beitrag zur Atmosphäre ist so viel wie ein Blatt Papier im Vergleich zum Eiffelturm.
And what might be surprising to some of you is that as the ice melts, the volume does not increase of the ice-water combination, and so none of the water will spill out. And that makes sense if you realize that as the water melts, its density increases because it's turning back into liquid water. And so it all makes nice mathematical and physical sense. So we'll just let it sit there for a while, and we can watch it on the clock. Water is the only material that occurs naturally on Earth in all 3 forms, gas, liquid, and solid. Okay, so here the ice is gone and we've got no spillage whatsoever. Thank you, and come back for another Dr. C.
So although the carbon dioxide levels on Mars are at 96%, the average temperature on Mars is at minus 55 degrees Celsius. So the notion or the idea that the higher the CO2 level, the higher the temperature is not correct. Another fact is that us humans also produce CO2. All 7 billion of us produce every year over 3 billion tons of CO2. And this has been going on since hundreds, if not thousands of years. There are also over 1,500 volcanoes active on Earth, like at the tectonic plates, the San Andreas Fault. It's all active, and they've been producing CO2 since hundreds, if not thousands of years. We really have to save our world. We have to change for the better. We have to create cleaner technologies. We have to allow the suppressed technologies of Nikola Tesla to be released to the public. If we had had all these technologies, we would be living in an urban utopia, without any pollution, without any crime. The problem is that the powers that be don't want this. They want us all to feel depressed, down, and working 24/7 without being able to think. And everybody is in his or her own rat race. So there are so many facts contradicting the official theory on global warming according to the CO2 levels, that it is understandable that many people no longer believe in this propaganda. One day, the whole world will know the truth when the global awakening takes place. Many greetings from the USS Trident, and cheers!